Alright, so the stream is set up. Boom, done. We're gonna do like the same stuff. I told you that near the summer we'll be doing a lot of this stuff. So we're running some marathon, and yeah, it's gonna be in Romanian, but I'm gonna translate for you. We'll use some subtitles if needed and stuff. So we're gonna watch some of this stuff, and then we're gonna, I'm gonna solve. I know what you're gonna do. So the stream should be running smoothly. Okay, we had some TV guys come in. I said I'm not gonna reclaim this stuff because they don't like this stuff, and the audience didn't like this stuff. So yeah, let's just get started with this. I'm gonna put a full screen. So we got my chat on the right. I don't need that. Okay, we don't need the chat. We can turn off sound here, subtitles. Okay, boom, done. So Psychopath, how are you doing? Okay. There we go. So start off with this fucking first exercise. So I do this. Well, this first exercise, I think it's not that hard. So if it's a 3 on the left of a square root, then it means that the number within that square root, you gotta think of a number that basically you put a power, and it gotta be the same power as the number from the left of a square root, and you get the same number that's on the square root. So here's gonna be 2, because 2 to the power of 3, that's 8, and it's gonna be minus 2 to the power of 3, and as it is a power of -1, then it's gonna be switched, so it's gonna be 1 divided by 2 to the power of 3. And now about this logarithm base 27 of 3. So basically you gotta take a look at 27, and you gotta use like the same power as the number on the right. So you got 3 on the right, so you gotta have power of 3, so 3 of the power of 3, that's 27, so it's gonna be at the base not 27 but 3 of the power of 3. So then you're gonna have log 3 at the power of 3, and the 3 on the right, and we're gonna cancel out. So I don't know what you'll get there on the right. Maybe just 3. So you'll have 1 divided by 8 plus 3, and then you do the fraction stuff. We'll see how correct that was. I'm taking a look at my stream, no drop frames. It's alright. So let's see how it's done here. This is like the easiest exercise. Okay, so basically let's see what's done here. When are you gonna write down something? Yeah, so that's exactly what I did. Exactly what I did. And times the power of minus 1. Boom. And then there, it's also quite easy. Pop free of power 3. Boom, and they pop a 3. That's as easy as that. Right? Um, Now there, take into account, it's not just power 3, it's power of minus 3. Um, so that's fucking like, put a minus 3, boom, plus, and now, you gotta like, power 3 there, 1 there, so it's actually 1 divided by 3 somehow, at the front, and then like that, so, there's a property that, you take the powers that are in a circle and you put them up front like that, divided. I mean, somehow you gotta remember that. I know how. So yeah. Um, moving on. Let's see what we got there on the left expression. So we got minus 2 out of the power of that. What? It's like that. So log of 3 of 3, that's just 1. So that's how it disappears. And then that's how you work out the powers. Minus 3 divided by 3. So that's just power of minus 1. But the 2 had minus before, where it's gone now? There it is, there's a minus. Okay. Resizing it. I mean, obviously I didn't resize that, he resized it. Now minus 2 to the power of minus 1, that's just flipped. So you're gonna get that. And so, like, you just plus them out. He just flipped them. So he put the 1 divided by 3 on the left and he flipped the sign. He can do that. I mean, he didn't flip the signs, he just, moved the minus 1 divided by 2 to the right and he got that. And now the common thing at the two numbers 3 and 2 is 6, and at the top is going to be 2 minus 3, which is minus 1, and at the bottom is going to be 6, so minus 1 divided by 6, you should get that. Boom. So that's it, that's like maximum points, boom, done. So we got LOG stuff. I said like something like minus 2 divided by 3 in the beginning. Right now, that wasn't exactly right anyways. We got the second one. This px, I don't really remember how it's done. Even the easiest one, I wasn't sure completely how to do. So px of this. So it's essentially like a quadratic equation, but instead of regular numbers in front of x and stuff. So another quadratic equation goes like x to the second power plus x plus something, a number. Here up front you got like something with a and b and stuff. So I'm not really sure how it's done. We're just gonna watch it. I mean, we're gonna do like a lot of this for my whole life. I'm not gonna ever do math again. We're gonna do like 10 hours a day for a whole week. I'm not lying. It's exactly how it's gonna be. So we're gonna end up like a bit of math geeks at the end. So like we can do the like we gotta find out what's A and what's B. I don't know, maybe a system of equations here. Uh, if we do delta, it's gonna be b at the second power, which is 6 at the second power, which is 36 minus 4 times a, which is 3a plus b, times c, which is 11. Basically, I don't know if we gotta do the delta and x1 and x2. Maybe we gotta do that, and then we gotta do some system. Let's check it out. So what? Oh, so he changed some shit here. He put that A is something and B is something. So now we gotta do like how I said. Let's see what he does here. I don't know if it's gonna do exercise 2 or 3. Come on. Yo, if someone watching chat up, maybe I should give a Lil Pump cut and face tattoos. Put something in the chat. So yeah, he's doing the second one. So now that we know A and B, we're just gonna replace it, and we're gonna see what expression we get. And then after we got the expression, we can just solve like quadratic easy and stuff like that. So you put in the A, you put in the B, you basically plug it in like an add. So I think it's self-explanatory so far. Like if you try to calculate on the left there, 3 times 3 divided by 4, that's gonna be times at the top 9 divided by 4. So you have 9 divided by 4 minus 5 divided by 4, and that's 4 divided by 4, and that's exactly 1. So you can forget about that first part. So let's move on like that. Alright, so 3 divided by 4 plus 5 divided by 4, that's exactly 8 divided by 4, which is exactly 2. So it's gonna be 2 times 6, that's 12x plus 11. So it's quite easy right here. Yeah, I know exactly how to solve this type of stuff. I did 10,000 exercises like this. So yeah, kind of the best of the stuff. Boom. It's gonna end up like boom, exactly how I said. And then what you gotta do is equalize this with 0 so you can solve it, right? And pop delta, pop 12 power of 2 minus 4. Another formula like my 5 fingers. Times a, which is 1 because there's nothing in front of x divided by 2, that's just 1. And times the c, which is this number over the third number after, just before equal, and that's 11. So it's going to be 12 at the power of 2, which is 144 minus 44, and that's going to be 100. So delta is 100. Higher than 0, that's 2 solutions, and then we got x1, which is going to be minus square root of delta, which is minus 10, minus b, which is 12. So you're going to have minus 10 minus 12 divided by 2 because it's 2 times a and a is 1. So basically, yeah, I can say that out loud, but obviously to calculate I'm going to have to write it down and stuff. That's why you got this piece of paper to write down it's like an ACT, but I don't know exactly if it's computer based. Anyways, we're just like simulating. So yeah, that's what I said, and then that's gonna be 10. Hold up, why 10? Minus 12 with minus 10, that's minus 22. isn't it? Isn't that minus 20, minus 22 divided by 2? That should be minus 11. So, anyways, you give a like the idea and stuff. Um, oh yeah, minus 11. So that's boom. And then basically, if you put a plus, it's gonna be minus 1, minus 12 plus 10. That's minus 2 divided by 2. That's minus 1. So that's a response right there. Max points. Moving on. So let's move on here. Right, so we got some matrices, matrix. Remember what Tate said? We find the matrix. So he's talking to his chat. Unfortunately, I do not have any people to talk to in my chat. So basically, he starts off by solving this third exercise. So yeah, I can say that credit goes to this guy. You can see his socials here. Not only his content. I'm just streaming it like you saw. XQC just streams other videos. I can do that too. So x plus 1. So first you gotta do like when you have like this equation and you got like a number smaller, bigger. You gotta take the number that's below and write down that it's not equal to 0. Then you basically solve that. So yeah, let me see, I got a notification on my phone. Okay, so gotta check some stuff out. I'm gonna be back. It's gonna be like, I don't know, exactly like 1 minute break, just quick. Alright, shout out to Lil Pump. He just hooked me up on a deal. Alright, I'm joking. Not right now. So back on math. Um, Pop in this stuff. So I said solve DVA. That's like I know if you write down on US like that. Um, Basically, it's values that must not be in the solution, so you cancel them out of the solution. Kind of, you're gonna see it based on the response. So the number on the left, that's plus 1. You move it to the right after the equal. It's gonna be changing the sign, so it's gonna be minus 1 now. So you got that for now. And what are you gonna do after this, like step 2? I think it's gonna be something like 3 minus x is equal with x plus 1 or some system. I don't really remember. I did this stuff 10 years ago. Um, oh, so, oh, basically, um, well, bump, anyway, basically, you saw what happened there. You just move the number to the left and change sign, obviously, because it moved to the left and equal to 0. That's exactly what I do right here. Alright, so now you just plainly solve it, like equal to 3 and stuff. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, now you just fucking multiply diagonally. So that's done. 3 minus x at the top left corner is going to be multiplied with the bottom right corner, which is 1. And when you multiply by 1, it's basically the same thing, so don't write it down. So 3 minus x is going to be equal with the bottom left thing, x plus 1, with upper right 3. So x plus 1 times 3. It's not going to be x plus 3 because you got to multiply every term, so it's going to be 3x plus 3. So basically 3 minus x is equal with 3x plus 3. And then you're going to find out x, what's that? And then you're going to substitute with x, I think, and then you're going to find out like some values and stuff. I don't know if it's going to be quadratic again. Might be. And we'll just do some quadratic stuff, so we're going to be fine with it. So yeah, exactly what I said. Boom, done. Alright, so to solve for x, let's see, equality. You move the x terms to the left and the number terms to the right. So moving the 3x to the left is going to be change sign again. So it's going to be minus 3x, and minus x with minus 3x, that's going to be minus 4x because it's plus like that. And then he actually moved everything to the left. He might do some quadratic stuff, I don't know. He's making it equal with 0. You move the 3 to the left, so minus 3, boom. So it's gonna have 3 with minus 3, that's gonna cancel out, so it's gonna be minus 4x equal with 0, I think. Yeah. Boom, boom. Okay, so that's done. X equals 0, right? So x equals 0 because minus 4, when you move it to the right, you gotta divide. So 0 divided by minus 4 is still 0, so x is 0. So in the DVA, x cannot be minus 1, so x is 0, x is fine. So now what you gotta do is like put it on a graph. I think you can do this without putting it on a graph, but still I guess it's easier to do with a graph. So you put like the 0. I think if it's with just equal, you like make the dots like colored fully. And if it's like with a line like this, with like smaller, larger and stuff, I don't know exactly. You make it like just a circle, and you put the minus 1 there. That's the DVA stuff. Alright. Actually no. Actually no, bro. What? Anyways, you gotta do like that, kind of. Now, understanding how these lines go. Let me understand how these lines go. So basically, you gotta draw like the lines, the curves. If it goes below or up, I'm gonna check it out and I'm gonna explain to you right now.